with the Atlanta Falcons. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And a less than desirable return as he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Play action. It's McDonald. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. Now he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well where you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
Here's McDonald off of the play fake. He'll buy some time right to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback, because he went into it, he saw the numbers we saw, he watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards on the play. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
Sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is McDonald. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. McDonald sets to throw. Caught on the slam. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a 1st down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. Now Mostert off the read option. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Oh, good return up past the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Hey, 0, 0, 0, 95, 95.
Play action. It's Wilson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter. Penny, a 1st down carry. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one. I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
7 yards left for second down. Ball at the 10. They go play action now. Wilson eluding the pressure right. Caught on the slant. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Jason Myers now for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the gun, a run with Mostert. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's McDonald. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. They go play action with McDonald. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A handoff running left is Mostert. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 27. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. McDonald. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jordan Brooks. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Third and goal from just outside the 10. And he'll get this awfully close to a first down. Well, that's going to be a razor-thin measurement, but I don't think he got there. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. They run with Mostert off the option. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. A goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance.
This is intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up, had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still try to throw it, and...
Yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mostert a first down carry. This will wind up only getting him a couple. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's McDonald to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Back to throw. McDonald runs over it. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Looking to throw. McDonald.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
Touchdown!
Raheem Mostert.
His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7.
Falcons 10, Seahawks 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Catch is made by Metcalf. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's Wilson. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead.
Now, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 14-10.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And they really won't have much time to work with, just 19 seconds showing on the clock.
First down and a little X breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And how about that for just running out the clock? Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. McDonald. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at that.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time.
Picked up by Richie Grant.
And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Touchdown, Falcons!
Raheem Mostert.
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Falcons on one play have taken the lead. So the turnover sets it up, and then a touchdown run here on the ensuing play.
And, Brandon, a lot of times you see teams take shots in the passing game on a quick change like this. They go right back and throw one for the end zone. Here they just called a running play looking to get a few yards. But he's able to work his way downfield and take it into the end zone. The end result, the exact same thing as going for it in the passing game.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
To the right side and complete to Metcalf.
And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Seahawks.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that will tie our game here in the third. Teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
Second and 10.
Off play action. McDonald.
Looking there for puts, but intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a gain of 34.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. They wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Alert.
Now Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Off the play fake. McDonald. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And the Falcons first down.
A carry there for Mostert as he's able to work his way forward for a pretty good pickup on 1st down. Officially a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
2nd down. Here's Mostert again. Oh, some strong running. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Running the counter with Mostert. 138 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 14. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by the Seahawk defense. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. This red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Play action. It's McDonald. That's swung out to Mostert. Touchdown Falcons! Raheem Mostert with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Falcons have broken our tie. Extra point try now for Vedvik. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Makes the score Falcons 28, Seahawks 21.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. Fighting through it, he's got space. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Now a throw here to his running back. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 49-yard line.
Right here. Hey, 0-0-0. Check 527.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. timeout set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Flushed out right. And he goes out right around the 39. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. A pretty nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. It was Alton Robinson that time on the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is McDonald. He'll swing this out to Mostert. Give him 7 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. McDonald sets to throw. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And he is going to have a Falcons first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Back to the running game with Mostert. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 159 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Mostert off the read option. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look to grab a late lead. They'll run with Mostert, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Raheem Mostert punching it in from a yard away. And the Falcons answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Important extra point up and through, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 6. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their...
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 33. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14.
Falcons 42, Seahawks 28.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The 40, 20, 10, and he's taken it all the way back for the return touchdown. And this game just got a little crazier. They're still alive here in the final stages.
So you're saying there's a chance.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Looking to throw. McDonald. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Once again, it's Mostert. First down and a little extra for Mostert. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and, oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Atlanta, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. From NRG Stadium in Houston. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. They'll run for the first time with Kenneth Gainwell. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. From the gun, here's Watson. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. On first down, Watson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The sack is by Janoris Jenkins coming in off the corner. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Watson. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Now Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. And Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career. And That's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that. And even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because when you think about it, Brady and Breeze, they've done that 4 times over. But when you hit 20,000, let's face it, only a little over 100 guys have ever done that in the NFL. It's worthy of some applause.
On first down, it's Watson. Being chased out left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And the Titans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And some room to roam now. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 22 and a first down. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
Derrick Henry. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Play action. It's Tannehill. That is caught. It's Uzomah. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 23 yards, the final tally. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw here on target to Hurst. 7 yards, the pickup there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. They'll roll him out right. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Hayden Hurst, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. Now, this is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's a run by Gainwell. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. And, Charles, for this defense, they're a confident bunch. Some may say maybe too confident at times. How do you think that they approach a game like this when they're taking on a team that's lost 4 straight?
Well, if they're anything like their head coach, they're relying on that confidence. You and I both were sort of surprised at his weekly press conference when he was asked about this being a trap game. And he's almost boasting that he didn't see anything to worry about. That surprised both of us in a big way because we know that could be a dangerous tactic because I can guarantee you the guys on the other side, they heard that, and they're looking for anything to galvanize them.
Second and 8 coming up.
Check, 47. Hey, 59. 59.
Here's Watson. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. On the draw, Gainwell. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well, these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11, and it was the visiting Texans who came away with a victory. So they'll look to take the season series if they can win here in Houston. On 2nd and 9, Watson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
It's our time, guys. It's our time. Mike 55. Mike 55.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
And you'd think on 3rd down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks, and I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
And that one, and even 60 yards in the air. Wow. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Cameron Batson now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We do know that they are postseason bound, but they're leaking a little oil, so to speak, as they kind of limp into January.
Yeah, and that oil can set fire to their season, can't it?
Look at that.
See what I did there? But here's the thing that we've both seen in the NFL. Teams down the stretch playing really well, sometimes it doesn't carry over into the playoffs. Sometimes teams that aren't playing well now, if they have good leadership at the head coaching spot and the coaching staff and within the locker room, they can find a way to turn it around. But no one wants to be on the losing streak as they head into the playoffs.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. So, Charles, we have reached the end here of a long season, Week 18, which we don't say very often, although this is not the first Week 18 that the NFL has ever seen.
Not at all. And, Brandon, some of the people might be a little bit too young to remember, but back in 1993, the league experimented with giving teams 2 open weeks for the year. And we also saw Week 18 when the league was on pause for a few weeks in 2001 following the attacks on September 11th.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I had no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 45 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. This will go to Henry out wide. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield. They're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
On first down, it's Tannehill. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. These two teams, they met in Houston earlier in the season with the Texans coming out on top. So a win here in Houston will give them the season sweep. Here's 2nd and 10. Tannehill now to throw. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 15-yard line. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Tannehill rolling to his right. And it's caught. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Titans have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that